have such a hard time slowing down. Our culture is so fast paced. The hustle and the bustle, always moving forward, making progress, productivity. If you snooze, you lose, y'all. That's what we've been told. In this age of acceleration, you don't want to fall behind. And so I grew up around this attitude of always doing and achieving, and that resting, if you're resting, there's somebody else out there who's getting better at your craft and doing more. And so I think there's something built into this societal hustle, and we have such a hard time slowing down. But it's interesting because when we do slow down, we actually have so much more access to the wisdom within and just information both in the outer world and information in the inner world. And when we're moving fast, we just don't have the time, the availability to digest as we go, to integrate as we're moving. It's impossible. There's just too much coming through, and we can't possibly integrate or even absorb that much. And so it's not until we slow down that we can notice the subtleties, the nuances, the hues, the colors, the shapes, the textures that we often miss when we're going fast. And there's many reasons we go fast. In a way, trauma has a lot of big energy. And so when we have a lot of unresolved trauma in us, it can sort of create quickening and, moving and doing and creating a lifestyle around that. And sometimes when we're moving fast, we don't have to feel. And so it can be this really sophisticated mechanism of avoidance. And slowing down inevitably brings us into relationship with ourselves and our experience. And so we need to support ourselves and find resource as we learn to slow down. And as we come into contact with this signaling in a new way, and we're able to pay attention to nuances, it opens up different doors toward regulation and well-being that allow us to sort of reorganize ourselves and to navigate more flexibly in the world that might support more well-being. And so in a way, slowing down is actually one of the most powerful things we can do, because it allows some very potent, long-lasting change, the long haul. I think that's what we really want, is change that lasts. And the way to do that is by being able to integrate. Integrating allows us to reorganize around a new set point that can hold. And if we go fast and we're doing, that's why so many people will start a hobby or something, or, will want to exercise and they don't stick with it. We're often introducing too much change at once, and we're not able to integrate and digest it. And so there's an art of slowing down, and there's an art of less is more is less. And when we learn how to come into contact with that type of pacing and intelligence, life changes and different potential opens up. So let me know, what do you think? What are you noticing? What's your pace?